You sleep 6 to 7 hours, even having your room like almost pitch black, but still you wake up feeling a bit groggy most days. Relate? That was me. Like, okay, I can't really speak Japanese. I know like 3 words, but I heard that they actually have pretty good sleep habits. Like, bro, the 80-year-olds probably have like lung cancer and like hate tourists or something. but like just I noticed they were like walking around like low-key quite energetically. Like, I don't know, you can just like tell they sleep quite well, like even the younger people as well. So I dove deeper into like the sleep habits of the Japanese, and I actually got some pretty interesting insights that I'm gonna share with you today. I mean, like, they need all that energy to bear the weight of their grandfather's sins. For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke. For serious. Okay, but that's besides the point of the video. You don't need to fly to Hokkaido to learn these, even though it is a pretty nice place, honestly. So here are like, I don't remember, like 6 7 actually, so here are like 6 to 7 actually insightful, actionable steps for you to sleep better. I only give ones you can actually like do to like Japanese sleep on a tatami on the floor. Like, I remember for like a few days, because like, I was on a bus tour there, right? We went on a bus along some other people. Like, bro, the tatamis gave like everyone in my family back pain. I was the only one who didn't get back pain because like I train lats in the gym, I guess. But like, bro, that was actually hella annoying. Like, how do they live like that? But yeah, I guess it builds a strong back. But like, I ain't doing all that. Okay, the bed is too comfy. Okay, anyway, let's go. Here's some quick fire tips, because I only have like 20 minutes left before I gotta go cook. Okay, step 1, no caffeine. Like, oh shit, bro. I remember like there was this one guy in my old high school. Like, okay, he was probably doing it as part of like a character joke or something, but he would actually get like a very little hours of sleep, like 3 to 4, something like that. And he would just get caught in this cycle, because like when you're tired, that's when you want to drink coffee, right, to make you stay awake, which means that like it takes 8 hours for the caffeine level in your body to drop 50% after drinking it. And so like he would drink it in like the afternoon or something like that, right, to stay awake sometimes. And basically that would just cause him to get worse sleep the same night, right? And it's like a vicious cycle that I know a lot of you get caught in also. So like, really the solution is just to go cold turkey off it, honestly. Like, just drink water, bro, honestly. You don't want to be like caffeine dependent. Like, I would say for like in my whole life, I've drank less than 1 cup of coffee total, literally. But like, if you do want to drink coffee, because there are some like productivity benefits, just do it like around the first thing in the morning, or like 1 to 2 hours after you wake up. Just not anything past the afternoon, okay? Step 2, screens too. So like, optimally you'd have no screens before bed, and I know that's like very freaking hard to do, and I kind of slip up on it sometimes, but just set like an alarm. Actually, this is a really good habit that you can start. You set like an alarm on your phone like around like half an hour before you actually want to sleep, and that's when that alarm goes off, then you like turn off all the screens and all that. And something that I do also is that you can go to the settings app on your iPhone. Okay, for the Android users, y'all are probably too broke to buy my $6-7 Hustle Sigma course in the description. But like, okay, for the Apple users, you go to settings and then you go to display and brightness, and there'll be an option for night shift. And you probably already know about that, but what you want to do is you want to take the slider and go make the slider to more warm. So like, it's the maximum warmness, and it'll auto activate at like 7:30 p.m. or whenever the sunset is in your country. And something I do also that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about is that, okay, basically you see these lights at the top, right? I call them like overhead lights, basically just the lights at the top. What I do is that I turn them off like an hour or like half an hour before I sleep. Because like, it's sort of like maybe it's like a caveman thing or something, that like back then when, okay, it's sort of like if we see like light from above us, that probably meant that the sun was still up and it's like time to rise, right? Because we've only had like light like coming from above us at nighttime for like the past like 100 years or something like that. We only had electricity for like compared to like the human timeline for a very short period of time. So yeah, and I really find that helps me to sleep a lot. What I do is I just have this night lamp. Wait, actually, it's charging right now. Okay, I recommend you get one of these. It's like equivalent of like $5 US, and they can like change color like this. I usually have on this orange warm color. You've probably seen it in my videos before. I'll put it back. Step 3, morning sun, night sun. This is something I got from Andrew Huberman, who's like, you probably know him. He's like this actual PhD who does like this kind of like health advice and whatnot. And basically you just want to, and I noticed that like a lot of Japanese people do as well. Like they see the sun, like what you want to do is you want to like see the sun rise and also see the sunset with like your eyes. And it's kind of and apparently it's supposed to act, the science that it's supposed to act as like a signal to your brain that, oh, this time to like be energetic for the sunrise and it's time to like wind down when you see the sunset. And yeah, that's just a really quick tip that you can start doing right now. Step 4 is to keep your room cool. Pretty self-explanatory, but there was this study that examined like 2,500 people or something like that. And they found that like those people who slept with their rooms colder actually had like, I don't know what metric they use, but basically they were more energetic during the day. I'm not sure if it's that, but basically just their sleep was better when you sleep and the room is super cold, because it's actually science backed as well that sleep is like, it helps your brain or your body enter like deep restorative sleep, something like that. And that's how you get away with less hours of sleep you have the room colder. And step 5 is actually like pretty much the same thing, but it's to have like a hot bath before bed. So what I do is I have a fucking like cold ass morning shower, and that tells your body to wake up, right? And then I have like a warm shower before bed, and that tells your body to like cool down, because like this is actually really weird. Like when you expose yourself to cold water, that's actually like a signal to your body to like heat up and make you like more energetic. Whereas if you're exposed to hot water, that's like a signal to your body to like cool down, actually. Yeah, it's very interesting when you research this kind of stuff. And step 6 is probably the most important one, and that you haven't heard from a lot of people. The 5 previous ones you probably heard a lot before, but it's that sleep consistency matters more than sleep hours. And the ideal range, like if you're a disciplined fuck and like you have full control over your routine, it's actually like 15 differential in your sleep time has to be like 15 minutes. Like one day you sleep at like 11:10, and then the next is like 11:25, and the next is 11:20. Like that's the optimal one. And even a differential of like 2 hours is actually really bad. Like if you sleep at 10, and then next day you sleep at 12, and the next day you sleep at 11, and the next day you sleep at 12, and like 1, like all that, that's actually like quite bad. So this is something that a lot of people ask, like, oh, what's the next step I can do? Like, I'm already going to the gym, I'm already like doing all these habits, what's the next thing I can do? And this is the next thing you can do to improve your sleep. And like, just try it for a few weeks, this sleep consistency mindset where you want to sleep at a similar time every single day. And I'm making this video on sleep because like it is actually so important, and you'll find that like you're so much more energetic, and when you combine that with confidence, like you get so much more respect from the men and women around you, and you just feel better, look better, and like everything is better when you lock in for sleep, literally. So yeah, I hope this helped you today. I also have I mentioned a $6-7 Hustle Sigma course, but it's actually like I do have a sort of course, but like it's like $17, which I think is a steal for like how much is in there. It's like over 10,000 words, and I've spent like over 1 year writing it. So yeah, you can check that out, and I think it's a steal, honestly. But yeah, the videos will always be free forever. So you can watch this one on screen right now. Yeah, stay good-hearted, stay sexy as well, and we'll discover just how many people will inspire.